So at this point it gets ikakuwa mbaya. I'm like, let me go to Coast and go produce a project over there. But when I'm on that side trying to struggle to look for things is when Octo calls me. He's like, yo, listen, I have a project where we have to go to Dadaab, to Kakuma, and record refugees.
You are out.
I'm like, okay, that sounds, so who's commissioning this? UNHCR is in. So immediately me back here, and then we leave, go to Kakuma. And now we're doing the process that we kind of did with
Giuliani, yeah.
But now it's different because now Octo's program is teaching musicians how to handle the business part side. First, how do you handle yourself as a musician? How do you handle yourself, social media? Then after all that, they come together, we listen to their songs, teach them about music through the songs that they're writing. Write us a song, sing us something with either guitar or cappella. And then now from there we choose, like if you're 30 of you and all of you have songs, then we only have a budget for 6 songs. But we'd always end up getting more. So you go there for a budget with a budget of like 6 songs and you end up coming out with 10 songs because guys are so talented. It's unbelievable. But the process of it again, now don't forget this place is hot. Ni kumoto. We are right in the smack in the middle of the camp. Hakuna stima, it's gen ama solar, and you have like probably 3 days at most to finish. Because they started a long time. They started like a week before you got there. Me niko naingia maybe like 1 week to finishing. And that's when we start listening to their own compositions, what they have, and then choose the songs, make the beat, give them the beat to go rehearse. Then now we start recordings, and you have to finish maybe recordings in like 2 days. This is a makeshift studio. Mattresses, you have to have someone outside chasing birds, and this is a whole new challenge for me. See, but like any little noise from outside, you can hear. Yeah. Kuna birds zinakama hapo hivyo because that's where there is shade. You see at the camp. So you have to keep chasing because you don't want that to be in the sound. But that for me was an eye-opening challenge in terms of,
I should have left those sounds as the authenticity.
Plus now you can imagine the culture that's in there, because you have people from different countries. You have Rwandese, you have wase wa Congo, Burundi, Uganda. Oh, serious? They're all in
Kakuma, eh?
Yeah. So, you know,
the different refugees just go to that. Yes.
Refugees, yeah. Somali people. So, and then here you have guys who are gifted. Some are rappers, some are singers, some sing in their mother tongue. So it's a whole diversified project. So we do Refugeenias. The album.
So that's how many songs?
That album had, I think, was it 19 songs? If I'm not wrong.
19, and you did all songs?
Yeah.
I thought they commissioned you for 6.
See, it's a combination of 3 places. The first Refugeenias had refugees from Nairobi. We did a camp for that. Then we went to Kakuma, did refugees from Kakuma, and then we went to Dadaab, did refugees from Dadaab.
Whoa.
So it was 3 regions.
I get it.
So it had 19 songs.
Yeah, I get it.
Because see, you go there for 6, come out with 10.
I get, then you got the next one.
Because now Octo would go, be like, guys, you'd have to add the budget. Then I'll sponsor one, Dillie will sponsor one. So maybe if songs were meant to be like 6, you end up there with like 11 songs. Maybe they add like budget for 3 songs.
I get it.
Then the 10th one, Octo sponsors. 11th one, I sponsor.
I get.
Like that. So that's how I ended up like with 19 projects. Like, Refugeenias, yeah, I had 19, 20 tracks.
That's crazy.
But now the time frame to finish also, like, because now you're straight from the camp and you have to come mix, master all those songs. The shooting, some
Because they're
of
shooting
those
videos,
they're
yes.
shooting videos for those songs
Mm.
as well. So we did it twice. We did it 2 years in a row.
What?
2 years in a row.
I remember seeing Octo on the trend with one of the artists from Refugee. Nice when I've understood the backstory,
The backstory
behind all of this. There's a question I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
I know you produced for Masika,
Mm-hmm.
but where is this in this?
Masika was in El Paso.
El Paso.
It was in El Paso.
Before
She came,
eviction.
Before eviction, she came and she told me, I have this song. It's called Ebenezer. Jay Blessing had sent her to come and work with me. So we ended up doing Ebenezer. Only song I've ever done for Masika, actually.
Okay.
Hiyo ilikuwa El Paso. Funny enough now, the last time I checked, Masi was living in uko two sides Ngong.
Yeah, she lives in Ngong.
Kibiko.
In fact, I interviewed her for City and I had to drive. I went to her house. So there was a nice house over that side.
Kibiko, huko kunaitwa Kibiko.
Big compound. It made me even want to move
so
out of this.
Masika was in El Paso. I don't know if I left out anybody from El Paso that came.
I'm sure you did, but then there's a lot of work that you've done.
Yeah.
You can't. What I tell guys, you can't compress your whole life. Like you're talking about starting this journey in 2006 January.
2006.
January.
In
although you had started. Oh yes, August.
Yeah, but now like in terms of production, you see, I like started making beats from 2004.
Exactly.
So there's like a lot of information hapo katikati, like especially in El Paso, about everybody who came, the processes that we had for recording, having to chase kids away because you can hear them playing and you're trying to record.
I get.
It's like it was crazy, but I think El Paso had such a great body of work with people like Calvo.
When did you start calling it House of Dillie at El Paso?
No, here.
Here?
When I got here.
Okay.
So when I got here, I started calling it House of Dillie. In the beginning, I'd registered a company with my friend when I was at El Paso. We'd called it Grand Empire. That was the first ever like company I registered for production with my name on it and my friend who'd like given me the money for the laptop. Remember? So, but by the time now we're getting evicted, we dissolved that company. So later on, once I get here to this place, and then House of Dillie begins. Because I remember I had tried to get a name previously, and Corinne had suggested, why do you call it? Why don't you call it House of Dillie? But then I never took that seriously. I went, did Grand Empire, Nini. So later on, now I'm here. I've got this space.
Yeah.
I'm like, it does feel like, in a way, like we're in a home, though nobody lives here, but we're using a residential house.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I was like, why not? Let's go with House of Dillie. So I've registered that, but actually I'm calling it House of Dillie, but I haven't registered. So how do I get to register? I get a job from Royal Media to do these jingles that they were doing for Viusasa is beginning. And now they wanted content. They wanted like beds that they could do with traditional, like very traditional, like 10 of them. So I do that job, and then I'm given, I've been told to write an invoice. So I write the invoice. I've written House of Dillie over there, invoice, nini. I go pick it up, go pick the check up. It says
House of Dillie.
House of Dillie. I'm like, wait, you can't put Fredirick Wang'ombe on the name of the check. They're like, no, bro, we put what
It's on the invoice.
is on the invoice, and that's the company name. So now, Marathon, register company. I go to the bank. I need to open an account called House of Dillie. They're like, for what? For a limited company.
Go and register. Registration papers.
Registration papers.
PIN.
Like, what are these? So this time I'm learning, okay, kumbe I have to have this structure and register the company. So I rushed, registered the company.
Oh, because no one has ever taught you these things.
No one has taught me these things.
And you are very just interested in the production.
Me, I'm interested in the creative part. Me, I'm just all about let's make the music. Tufanye kazi, inaendelea poa. I'm getting jobos to teach music, even on a Matel Paso, like there's a thing we did for KIE with Jesse where I was teaching 4 students for like 3 months. Production and everything. See, all these things are coming and I'm using my name. There's no place I've ever had to use.
You're a sole proprietorship.
I'm sole proprietorship, Papa. And then now here we are, we need to register this company. So register quickly, go to the bank, they need registration. I do that. Then now open. I had to hold on to that check mpaka wase wanafikiria nilikula do. Like, Buddha, what's happening? Like, bro, what happened is that I have the check, but I can't deposit it anywhere. I don't have ID, imepotea. I don't have my passport, it had gotten lost. So now, my friend who worked at DTB is the one who helped me. He's just like, yo, tunakujua, just bring me a copy of the passport. And now, but you have to register the company. Whether you like it or not, ndio upate your registration number, ndio upate PIN and all that. Like, now I learned that process the hard way.
You have to get legal.
I had to get legal. Ndio tukikutax, tunajua tunatax nani.
Exactly. And also, there's a certain amount of money you will never be able to make without being legal.
No,
that's one of the hard lessons I learned as a creative. Beyond a certain amount of money, you can't pitch for a certain amount of jobs without having a certain structure of legality and professionalism.
Me hapo sana learned the hard way.
Yeah,
I learned on the job, but I was thankful.
I like the fact that you've said that, because that's honesty. And creatives like the creative thing, but they don't understand the money comes from the professionalism.
So now when I start running, this is when I'm now starting to understand business. I sat down with my dad. I was like, how do you run companies? Because you run your company, you have your own company. That's when now he explained to me financials.
Oh, nice.
You have to account for all your money. Do this. Look at how much you're making. How much do you pay yourself? How much remains in the company account? These kind of things, like, get your accounts right.
And you don't have another partner for your company? It's just
that time now it's just me. Even now, up to now, I haven't partnered with anybody.
Okay.
So from then
you partner on projects, but you don't partner on the shareholding of the company.
The shareholding of the company.
Okay. The equity is all yours. You're 100% owner. Okay.
So that's when I also take the initiative to now go and register songs that I've recorded over time, got the whole list down, filled papers for Prisk, and
have they been paying you? So like how many, in fact, I mean, dude, even over here you've mentioned over 30, 40, 50 songs.
When I registered, since I began my career and since the first song ever came out, by the time I was going to register songs to...
And when did you go and register?
That was around 2015.
Yeah, so that was about...
Actually 2016, after I had set up this place.
So we said 10 years.
Yeah, that's now 10 years into the game, I'm going to register songs. And I register 85 songs. I think I registered close to 100 songs.
Nice.
And those were just the singles that I knew had come out.
And how I get an airplay.
Yeah, so you see, I wasn't like
Sage's album wasn't part of it.
Like Sage's album, I didn't register the whole album. I registered the songs that were playing on radio. But at the time, I didn't know that actually you just go and register the whole album thing because it's out. So I ended up registering singles, songs that were released.
Because from like Rafiki, for example, there's revenue that you should have made.
Yes.
Did you make revenue?
No, okay, but you see, for Rafiki,
it wasn't really okay. I get what you're saying.
Rafiki just went on there as a soundtrack.
Okay.
The name Heaven went into Rafiki as just like a soundtrack of we wanna also try and push
the
song and like it's
so
also
it was a mutual exchange for
it was a mutual exchange,
exposure.
Yeah, for exposure.
Okay, but then if it had been bought by a Netflix for example, that you have now the structure.
Now that's
and
we have structure and we have like split sheets. Yeah, so me and Sage, we did split sheets and everybody signed.
Good.
Everybody signed, but then now I didn't register all the songs as like a single. So, but at that time I'm registering close to 100 songs, but not everything, not like the whole catalog.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Because at that time you didn't have the education about the understanding to do it all.
Because as you said, as we like the creative, beat inaweza. What's the latest technology? What's the latest software? What's the latest plugin? You're not paying attention to where you're gonna make your money.
And have you made money off royalties? Talking about money, has Prisky paid you?
Wanalipa, but let me tell you, my friend,
it's rubbish.
It's not the for
is
for
it 100,000?
100,000 nani?
Is it 10,000?
The most they've ever sent me is 19K on Prisk. From Prisk, the last payment was 1,900 and something.
For the whole year.
For the whole year, for like a quarter. Like actually, they hadn't paid us for a minute. There you are receiving 1,900 and something shillings. So it's even 2K. Even the time they first said Kenyans 25-30, I was like, even as that's what we received from Prisk. Like I didn't even want to go to MCSK and register. Like I just said, you know what? Let me just do Prisk.
Okay, let's move to happier ending. Just because time is coming. What are you working on now?
So from
what's okay? Actually, first of all, how did Corona affect you?
One moment. Pause on that one.